February 23rd, 2022. I don't normally watch Channel 7, the GMA in the morning. This, whatever GMA stands for in the wild world of, I don't like what I'm seeing. The television crew this morning, I don't know this. I've seen him before, but I don't know his name, and it's not at the bottom labeled. I have no idea who she is. And I think, actually, maybe her name is Robin. I don't know. It could be. And then I don't know what his name is either. I've seen him before. He looks like a mini Mike Tyson, but I don't know what his name is. But anyway, so they're talking about, they're announcing or whatever they're doing about some guy who is invited into the Batman franchise to reinvent Batman. Are you serious? This is a big problem. Like, I don't know if the wild world of humans understands the repercussions of all of these very direct actions that cause nothing but strife, future dilemma, and more complicated situations, while we already have at planetary level a divide and a very real, serious health threat from the environment upon mankind. And in that last the last 7 decades that were completely wasted investing in reinventing and splurging things that shouldn't have been explored and losing control what it feels like completely. Now I'm watching and I'm watching them, they call it reboot in some sections, REBOOT, and in some sections they call it reinvent, REINVENT. Both totally unacceptable because they're taking something that was and they're re-scripting it with new cast and character members, but it has the old symbolic meaning attached to it, and it now, no matter what this word franchise is doing, it is causing serious repercussions in law, order, and enforcement. For their own devious purposes, might I add.
We've got one of the stars of The Batman joining us. Jeffrey Wright.
The Batman is what they're calling this.
Award-winning actor, and now he's putting his talent to work playing James Gordon in a new movie. Jeffrey, great to have you back
I have
on GMA. Good to see
no
you,
idea who's
my
involved
friend.
in this.
And,
as usual.
I heard growing up you were a Batman fanatic, so your inner child.
Now, I'm in New York. I'm a member of New York. I'm in New York. The Batman franchise and series takes place in a theoretical over New York. This man is from, he claims, Washington. State or DC? I think DC, he says.
Must have been going crazy when you found out you're going to be a part of the new franchise.
Yeah, well, I think, I'm not alone in that. If you go to any comic book store, you'll always see that Batman is the largest section. It's like, stacked full, and I think that,
We are not at Comic-Con. This is not like dress up as your favorite superhero and go play with your friends in the sandbox for the day. Like, there's really serious stuff on the back end of each of these hypotheticals that were built for theoretical purpose in quiet privy house within oligarch territory and the children and ancestors that they look over. And somehow, even though everybody's enjoyed whatever at their level of understanding, now it's like they're repatriatizing everything in some selfish act while there's more dangerous things going on, and the conversation is turning really, really dangerous to even comment on.
That passion is palpable, and yes, I was one as a kid who was a massive Batman fan. Watched the TV show with Adam West.
Are these like concessions? We're not at a baseball game. You don't go to the candy store and say, I'm hungry, I'll take Twizzlers. Oh, you don't have any more Twizzlers? Great, then I'll take Reese's. No.
And, you know, every day after school, WDCA Channel 20 in Washington, D.C., for those who grew up there. And I was fully hooked. So, yeah, it was a great thrill to be a part of this. Didn't expect that I would be asked to be in a Batman.
Asked by whom?
Batman film, but I particularly like the fact that I'm involved in this one. I think it's a reinventing of the franchise and a really interesting.
Whoa, hello, sirens going off. Reinventing of the franchise is what the man just said. I paraphrased. He said it.
Smart, thoughtful way.
As we said, you play James Gordon. He's not Commissioner Gordon just yet. He's a police lieutenant in this movie. So tell us about his relationship with Batman.
Well, as I said, we're kind of rethinking the franchise and actually going back to its origins in the comics, which is Batman as the world's greatest detective. Matt Reeves, our director, who also wrote the script, really wanted to use that as a way to drive the plot forward and to make the movie, yes, contain all the spectacle that you would expect.
Greatest detective. Interesting. Last time I checked and was at whatever.
Would expect with a Batman film, but also be psychological and mysterious and emotional and personal. And so Gordon as lieutenant is still a cop in the street. It's early, year 2 of Batman's story. So they form the beginnings of this partnership and do detective work, trying to solve the mysteries of the nefarious Riddler, and it really gave me an opportunity to be at the heart of things with the character and be, in the dirt that is the decaying Gotham. And so,
last time I checked, there was Gordon's fisherman. He looked much like my father, little deeper, better trimmed beard, and he had on a big yellow man of the sea type jacket with a hood, and if it rained, he came on the box of fish sticks. Arthur's Treacher's was a restaurant that we also went to in the time where fish sticks were popular in the 19th century, 8th decade. That's my only Gordon reference. Gordon. And then I knew a Bobby Gordon through T for 1975, but again, matched ancestry of Gordon's fisherman. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.